Good morning, Mindcrack. It is the 20th day of July, 2012, and here's your picture of the day from Chris, who has himself some soy milk and cereal. I say soy milk in particular because I don't like soy milk. I think that's just silly. Apparently, some people can't drink regular milk because of weak stomachs. That's really sad for you. I am truly really sorry that you cannot enjoy milk, because I love milk. Well, I sound like a jerk. I'm just like, yeah, milk's the best thing ever. Anyway, he also has the same exact speakers as me, as well as an old microphone, which I actually have as well. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Today I'm going to be doing some branch mining here on the server, the Mindcrack server. Mr. Badge is on right now. I said his name correctly. It's Badge. I am a superstar. Because I have a lot of things on my mind that I want to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about my video schedule. Actually, first I want to talk about being alone. So our good friend Silver did leave this morning. He didn't decide to stay another few weeks because I don't think the people who manage, you know, foreigners being out of the country, you know, would like that very much. So he is heading right now. He's on a plane somewhere across the Atlantic, and I hope he's having a great old grand time as he flies, because I know planes are weird. But me, being alone... Oh. Hello? Yoink. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Free diamonds. Good stuff, man. I love when you just stumble upon that. And the biggest thing I've noticed so far about me being alone is my sleep schedule's gone wacky. Like, I'm probably going to be up to 3 a.m. this morning, but, like, while he was here, I was, like, on a perfect sleep schedule. Like, I was going to bed, you know, but by midnight, you know, waking up in the morning. Now it's going to be probably afternoonish I'm going to wake up, so that's the first thing I noticed about being alone. And second of all, I now realize that I was planning on moving out with my friend Alex and Mike. Well, there's an issue when it comes to both of them moving out as well, that is making it so it looks like I'm the only one who's going to be prepared to move out. Isn't that just grand? And I'm probably not going to move out on my lonesome now that I kind of see what it's like, you know, living like kind of like with someone, even though I'm saying this pretty horribly, like I usually do, but I definitely notice that I don't want to be alone. That's just not what I'm going to do. I've made that decision, kind of. So, for better or for worse, I'm holding off on moving out for right now because I don't want to have to move out and be on my own. So hopefully I'll have a friend that can move in with me sooner than later. So, wish me luck on that, guys. I'm not quite ready to be by my all lonesome yet. Now, I do want to talk quickly about my video schedule, because I know that it's been Good Morning Mindcrack, and that's it for every day for the past, you know, 5-ish days after Zeldathon. But ooh, hello, don't mind if I do. The basic thing is that I've decided, instead of trying to stress myself out, like when I finally have a chance to be alone and get, you know, some work done, is to just take a little bit of a break until Monday. And on Monday, I'm going to kind of relaunch my channel. I want to redo some of the graphics on my channel page. I want to reduce, you know, just a few things related to my schedule and all that. So I'm going to kind of relaunch the channel, quote unquote. You won't notice anything really, except for, you know, the graphics changing. I'm going to relaunch it basically on Monday with my new schedule, which includes on Saturday the Unnamed Question Show, which will come out on Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday being a Nintendo video game. Every day being Good Morning Mindcrack. And live streams and other events such as, you know, what's it called? Pranks and such. Those will come randomly whenever whenever it's time. And as for live streams, I'm going to set a live stream schedule, but I have yet to be able to do so because I have not gone on YouTube Live yet. And I have emailed the guy from Maker Studios and been like, yo, what's up? And he's like, take a screenshot of your page. And I'm like, here's a screenshot of my page. And then he never emailed me back. So I'm kind of scared. So hopefully we can get that all sorted out soon, because I really want to do live streams and not hangouts on air if you see that on your page. Okay, I have a lot more stuff to talk about, and we're already 5 minutes in the episode. The main thing I want to focus on this episode is drama, and I've talked briefly about this inside another episode, but I want to talk a little bit about what drama is and how I personally deal with it, in hopes that it can help you all out. I've had my fair share of internet drama, because I've been on the internet since I've been like 12, 13, basically. I've basically grown up dealing with internet drama in some ways. And of course, when I was a little MC, little MC did not know what does. And I've kind of grown to the point where now I'm 18. I'm definitely not old. I'm not like some of the other people in the Mindcrack server who have a lot more life experience. But I'm definitely at the point in which I feel a lot more... I've been called very mature by some of the people on the Mindcrack subreddit, because they've seen how I respond to situations and stuff. And I kind of credit that to being able to kind of grow up with this internet drama and learning how to deal with it. You know, not come out looking like a complete jerk, and, consider things. So the big two things that I've had the issue with is, first of all, I'm talking very hypothetical. There have been situations, this Zeldathon and the past Zeldathons. Every time you gather that many people in a room, there's sure to be a little bit of disagreement stuff. I wouldn't call that drama per se, but it happens, and I feel comfortable talking with you guys about that, just because I'm not going to go into specifics, so I'm not going to say anything like that. But I kind of have a little bit of grasp on that. And the biggest thing that I've kind of gotten myself into situation-wise is being in the middle, having two people who disagree, and because I am somewhat in some way connected to both of them, either a manager, if you want to compare this to a real world situation, or maybe I'm the parent of two children who have a disagreement or something. That's basically kind of like the position I'm in, and it's my duty to be a mediator and be in the middle and kind of sort this out. And the biggest thing you have to do when you do that is to be understanding. Listen to both sides of the argument, and ensure that people don't start trying to tear out each other's faces. Like, for serious, if you're going to have an argument with somebody, that's okay, but you need to just remain calm. And so me in the middle, I have to make sure people stay calm, they don't raise their voices, and they express their feelings. Sometimes it's best if you do it separately. Like, you hear the one person's opinions of the other, and you kind of return that to the other person and saying, this is what they said, and you can say it inside a much calmer, more like a way that they can better understand without distorting the facts. Like, you don't want to, inform them with lies. That would be counterproductive. But, it's nice being in the middle where you can help understand and communicate those facts better to each other. And the biggest thing when you're inside the middle, if you're ever inside the middle of an argument and you have to kind of help solve the problem for these two people who obviously have two very, very, harsh opinions, is to just listen and communicate that back to them and to breathe. If you're in the middle and you start letting it get to you, then you're doing it wrong. You need to be the one that's calm, because luckily I'd much say I'd rather be inside the middle mediating an argument rather than the one on the outside, because sometimes the stress of being inside an issue or a debate can really, really tear at you and how you feel. And again, I apologize I had to do branch mining for this episode, but I really want to be able to think properly as I say this stuff. Oh man, can I create a drop zone here? And drop zone. Fire some lava around me, some lava. So I'm going to drop this here off. We don't need any of this gobbledygook. I'm just going to make a few more torches. Oh, forgot to actually make the torches. I'm a superstar. Oh, there's Adlington. I haven't seen him in forever, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. What you doing, girl? What you doing inside Mindcrack server? Okay. And the other point, like I said, and I've been on this side as well, and I can say that it's been as of late. I feel okay saying something about this. But the basic thing is, if you're, come back, like, from doing something, like, let's say you just worked, a long shift at your job, and you've been making burgers all day long, and you get home, and maybe you hear a message on your machine. Maybe somebody accidentally left a message, and you could hear two people talking about you. Maybe one of them is your boss, and they say something along the lines of, just, wow, that guy didn't do very well today making those burgers. He completely, I don't know how people even ate those burgers. I mean, they were not very good burgers. He could have cooked them better. He forgot the ketchup and the pickles on a few of them. We had to send them back. I don't understand how he even is making it as a burger maker. And you hear those type of things being said, but kind of behind your back. Well, very much behind your back. And you're angry. And you feel attacked. It's not a good place to be in when, someone obviously dislikes what you're doing, or they don't approve of how you're doing it, and they have no issue bringing it up, like, to other people behind your back. To me, that's a very scumbag thing to do overall, but we don't need to talk about that right now. And this is also very comparable to YouTube. And actually, I was not talking about YouTube inside that, like, personally. It's a completely different situation, irrelevant. But it also applies to YouTube, where you have haters who comment on your videos, and they'll say something like, wow, you really suck at making videos, or wow, I could make Redstone better than this in my dreams, Redstone, or just stuff like that, where people hate on you, and people hate on the internet. If you're on the internet and you can't take the hate, you gotta either don't create a username or don't engage in any public conversations. That's just some of the best ways you can go about avoiding the hate. But if you're belittled, or somebody attacks you, you need to first of all remember what you have achieved, what your stance is. Oh yes, more diamonds. You can't let somebody come in and say, well, I don't like the way you did this, and you have to say, well, you're right, I did horrible. You have to say, no, I made those burgers today, and they were really good. Those were the best burgers I've ever made, and I had a person come up to me and say, wow, that was a really good burger. My compliments to the chef. Maybe they came and gave you a tip even. You have to remember what you did do, and not try to, hear these other people who are trying to make you feel bad about what you did. You made some darn good burgers, audience, and you should feel proud of that. You should not let anybody ever, make you think that you did less than what you did. So that's what you have to keep in your head whenever you go head into a debate or an argument. And if you hear something like I said, you kind of heard them behind the back, some of the best thing you can do is kind of just vent and forget. Find someone who you can trust, a friend, someone that is nice, and just talk to them and say, hey, my boss today, I heard him on the phone talk about how much he thinks I suck as a fry cook, So say that to them, and you feel free to rage a little bit. It's okay as a human to have emotions. You don't want to bottle it up and never express it. That's just not going to work. That's never going to happen. But express it privately in somewhere where you can't. I'm going to start heading back. Express it somewhere where you can't, harm other people. You don't want to go on the offensive in a lot of cases with arguments. The last thing you want to do is make more people angry. Don't make a mediator to be needed. That's not what you should do. You should focus on just, remembering what you did, vent it, and then forget it. Just put it out of your mind. You have to remember what you did, and that's the most important thing. So that's two instances of drama that I personally have seen a good bit of in my many years on the internet, and I do hope that advice kind of did help some of you out. I hope you guys, some of you have similar situations going on right now, because this internet thing, it's pretty freaking wild how we can get into these debates and have these issues with people that we've never even seen before, and in some of the best instances, you do have to just ignore it. But there's sometimes where you can't ignore it. You have to vent, and you need to make sure you don't sacrifice being a human for the sake of, not flipping out. I don't know. That tail end was pretty bad. I didn't have anything planned for that part. I write down my thoughts beforehand to make sure I cover it correctly. But that's pretty much it. I feel like I've gone a big weight off my chest. That's why I really like being able to do Good Morning Mindcrack, guys, because sometimes I have things I always want to say. And again, thank you so for being over here. But you know, it's nice being alone because I don't know. I don't feel as open when there's somebody like sitting beside me listening. I don't know. I can't explain it. Also, thank you for helping me reach 28,000 subscribers. Woohoo! We're almost at 30,000. Let's do that. I'm happy with 28,000. If I got no more subscribers for the rest of my life, I'd be cool. Thank you, guys. It's time for your random opinion. Artemis Fowl is a long and hard to get into book series. Good morning, Mindcrack.